This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today. It's a story we all
When something is important to you, you'll do anything to make sure it's protected. You want someone you know, someone you trust to help you take care of it. That's why you need to work with Pine Insurance Agency and Auto Owners Insurance. With over 50 years combined experience, let the experts at Pine Insurance Agency help you protect what's important. Whether it's your home, car, farm, insurance, or loved ones, call them today to set up a free, no-obligation quote. Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Pine Insurance Agency, located in a Northridge Center in Pine City.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Welcome into WCMP's production of high school basketball. And now let's head to the court with Game Day Gilman.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's basketball game here in Mora High School, where the Mora Mustangs are getting set to take on the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. And I'll bring you all the action from tonight's game here between the Mustangs and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Taking a look at both of these teams coming into tonight, the Mora Mustangs are one of the better teams in Section 6AA. They're coming in with a record of 20-3 on the year, and they are really coming in and on a hot streak as well. They have won 7 straight. And again, the last time we were here, we saw Mora take down Pine City in a really good fashion. Their offense came out to play that night. It was a fantastic game for the Mora Mustangs offense and their defense as well. Their defense, one of the top in the section. They only allow about 45 to 46 points per game, and that is the best in Section 6AA. So a very tough team in Mora coming here tonight. Well, they're at home, but they face off against another tough team in Hinckley-Finlayson. Now, Hinckley-Finlayson might be the underdog in this game. They come into this one exactly at 500, 12-12. But this Hinckley-Finlayson team, let me tell you something about this team. They will not give up, and they will not give in. This is the hardest fighting team I think I've seen. I mean, this team will fight tooth and nail to the very end, and that final buzzer, that this team is just so good at fighting through everything. We watched them, I think it was last week, play against Proctor on Friday night, and my goodness, what a game that was. That was back and forth all night long, and Hinckley-Finlayson wound up coming away with the victory. John Buchanan, a big part of that victory, as he scored 28 points in that victory for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. But both these teams, you know, they don't show a lot on the scoreboard for the average on the season, but I promise you this, these two teams can score as much as they want or need to when it comes to playing basketball. Both of these teams can be prolific in their offenses, and their defense, well, they can be just as good as the offenses sometimes to watch. Of course, you know, Mora comes in with the best defense in the section. Hinckley-Finlayson is about middle of the pack for defense and offense. Now, looking at Hinckley-Finlayson's offense, their offense is showing that they average only about 56 points per game. But again, looking at this team and watching them a couple times this year, I will tell you right now that that is a number that will kind of deceive some other teams, because you might think, oh, they don't score a lot, so if we can come in and score 65 points, we should be good. Well, Hinckley-Finlayson can easily match the scoring that your team puts on the board, and they showed it last Friday against Proctor, and hopefully tonight they are able to do that against a very, very good team in the Mora Mustangs. The Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, though, this is not their final game of the season. No, they will play one last game on Monday up in Barnum against the Bombers. That will be their final game. of the season. Hinckley-Finlayson right now, again, as I mentioned, at 12-12, and in the section, they are towards the bottom. They're about 6th, 7th from last, so that should put them at about, I think that's, depending on the section, that could be 8th through 10th. So just looking at it quickly, Hinckley-Finlayson right now is in about that 10th spot, so they would have to go on the road potentially and face more than likely the number 7 seed, which is Greenway. So they would have to go and face Greenway in the section playoffs to begin with in the first round. So not a bad team to play in the first round of the section, but of course all that can change come next week when the playoffs do start on March 3rd. For the Mora Mustangs, my goodness, what a year it's been. 20-3 on the season, 9-2 in the section. They are, a little bit lower ranked in the state than I think a lot of fans here would like to see. And I think, to me too, it's a little bit low. They're ranked 15th in the state. I think they should be a little bit higher. They're 20-3. They're 10-1 in the conference, and they are 9-2 in section play. One of their section losses was to Rush City. Yeah, Rush City was one of their losses. The other one, St. Cloud Cathedral, and believe it or not, that's their only conference loss as well. So the conference still up for grabs for Mora in the Granite Ridge Conference. Let's take a look at that conference real quick. The conference race right now still heating up. It's between Albany and Mora. More than likely, now Mora still has to play a couple of games, but Albany and Mora both have one conference loss, and Albany right now would take the conference just based on more games played, but Mora has 2 more games after this against St. Cloud Cathedral and Albany. So they could either take the conference away and run away with it, or they could wind up seeing themselves tied for second place. We will have to wait and see, because again, they play 2 games next week, one on Tuesday, March 1st against St. Cloud Cathedral at home, then one on Friday, March 4th in Albany. And that, looking at that game against Albany next Friday, yes, it's their regular season finale, and that'll wrap up the season for them, but it's a much bigger game than that. Why? Albany's in front of them in the section for that second place spot. I don't think either of them will catch Annandale, who's ranked 4th in the state, but that could potentially be a fight for not only the conference, but also the number 2 spot in the section playoffs in 6AA. We'll have to wait and see. But for right now, we're going to take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll be set for tip-off here in Mora between the Jaguars and the Mustangs. You're listening to Basketball on Nice 95.5.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
Feeling a little cold this winter? Call D&E Heating and Air Conditioning in Hinckley. D&E Heating and Cooling is a local Amana dealer with quality workmanship and superior service. Now scheduling into 2022. D&E is ready to assist you, keeping all your heating and air quality appliances working like they should this winter. Their technicians are dependable, knowledgeable, and will provide a professional work ethic. That's their promise to you. Make them your go-to guys for all your heating and air quality systems. Look us up. DEHeatingCooling.com. Feeling a little cold this
Mortgage rates haven't been this low since 2017. Chad Greenway talking Franzen Bank Mortgages. Now is a great time to buy or build your first home, your dream home, or that cabin you've always wanted. Or maybe refinance and lower your monthly payment. The local mortgage experts at Franzen Bank will find an option that best fits your situation. Buying, building, or refinancing. Find a Franzen Bank mortgage expert today at franzenbank.com/getthere. Tell them Greenway sent you. Franzen Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The holidays are over and we're all dreaming about spring. But at Aquarius Home Services, we know Old Man Winter isn't done with us yet. Remember last year? We had snow in April. That's why at Aquarius, we're offering $65 off any furnace repair. With your safety and comfort as our top priority, we'll treat your home and time with respect. We'll provide options that make sense with upfront, no-surprise pricing. We're just a click away at AquariusHomeservices.com. Aquarius, earning the right to be recommended.
Since 1967, Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley, has been where to go for all your building projects. Let Gerald Schmidt help you with designing, remodeling, or any new construction. Schmidt Construction specializes in residential home building, agricultural, industrial, and commercial buildings. with expert advice on all of your building projects and ideas. When you hire a contractor to take care of your building needs, you can't do better than Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley. 320-384-7901.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
3 words: Sriracha Cheese Curds. Introducing the latest A&W family restaurant side with a kick. Sriracha Cheese Curds have arrived at A&W. We've spiced up our 100% Wisconsin white cheddar cheese curds with just the right amount of sriracha heat. You can enjoy Sriracha Cheese Curds with your favorite A&W combo or on their own. Make sure to cool off the heat with a frosty mug of original A&W root beer. Hurry in, Sriracha Cheese Curds are only available for a limited time at your local A&W family restaurant in Pine City.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
Back here on Nice 95.5. Ethan Game Day Gilman along with you here for tonight's matchup between the Mora Mustangs and the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. This boys basketball game should be a good one. These teams play each other in many different sports, and this should be a fun one as well. Again, 2 offenses that their average score on the year might be quite deceiving to someone who hasn't watched these teams, but I've been able to, and I've had the pleasure of being able to watch both of these teams, so I will tell you that both of these teams, their score that they show as their average for scoring for the season is very deceiving. Both these teams have a offense that can really get going when they want it to, and tonight I think both teams are going to need it. Your starting lineups for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars will be number 10, Trey Visser, number 21, Lucas Kreft, number 23, Ashton Hosler, number 25, Levi Degerstrom, and number 35, John Buchanan. One notable player that's not out there is Silas Lefebvre. He's got a boot on his right foot, so he will not be out there. Hopefully it's something where he'll be able to come back for playoffs, but usually when it's a boot, more than likely that's not going to happen. So unfortunately for him, he's able to come back sooner rather than later, and we wish him a speedy recovery. Of course, the Jaguars are head coached by Dan Kreft. On the other side for the Mora Mustangs, it'll be number 4, Dallas Fix, number 12, Gage Brady, number 15, Max Sampson, number 23, James Oslin, and number 35, Garrett Honstrom. Those are your starting lineups here for tonight's matchup. Just getting our final words of encouragement to the teams as they're in their huddle. Hinckley-Finlayson is out on the court. Mora will follow suit here in just a couple of seconds. 18 minutes are up on the scoreboard, and we're just about set for tip-off here. It'll be Lucas Kreft and, of course, Garrett Honstrom at center court, getting ready for tip-off. 6'8", Garrett Honstrom. And he might be tall, but he is, you know, you think with a lot of bigger guys like that, they may not be as strong as some other guys, but he is certainly one of the stronger guys out on the court. This shot is blocked out of bounds by Mora. So the Jaguars get the tip, and then Degerstrom tried to go to the basket and score quickly, but that shot was blocked. I didn't get to see who it was who got the block, but two Mustangs were there, and Hosler trying to sell it that he was not the last one to touch it as it went out of bounds, but the referee did not agree. And it goes back to the Mustangs. They have it in wide open three from Gage Brady, and he'll start the scoring early for the Mustangs, and it's 3-0 early on, not even 30 seconds into this one. Lucas Kreft, that's Trey Visser on the far side with it. He stops, gives it to Buchanan. Buchanan was a huge playmaker last Friday. Now to Hosler. Hosler will dribble it out, reset things here, and look for a screen from Buchanan. Now gives it to Degerstrom. Degerstrom, he'll take it inside, try to give to Buchanan. Buchanan back out to Degerstrom. Degerstrom, it's a screen. That was to the far near side, rather. Now inside to Hosler, going in amongst the trees, and that is blocked by Garrett Honstrom. And now with it is Sampson to Gage Brady. Three is good. Max Sampson knew that was in even before it left Brady's hands as he went back on defense. Visser on the far side, stops, gives it back to Buchanan. Buchanan all the way across court on the near side to Degerstrom. Degerstrom goes towards the middle, backs it out to Visser. Visser trying to get around Brady, but Brady, only a freshman, one of the athletes for this Mora team. The shot from Buchanan, no good. Rebounded by Garrett Honstrom, and it's 6-0 Mustangs. Sampson calls out a play as he stands at the M logo at half court. Pass it to the near side to Oslin. Oslin, he pauses, gives it back to Honstrom, top of the key, now to Sampson on the far side. Sampson gives it to Brady, top of the key for three once again, and that's, oh my goodness. That is good, and once again, Sampson knew that one was good before it left his hand. Wow. Gage Brady, again, only a freshman. This kid's going to be a problem for many of the local area teams for another 3 years after this one. Lucas Kreft now off to Buchanan. Buchanan double team, now gets it to Degerstrom, now to Kreft. Kreft to the near side, back to Degerstrom to Buchanan. Now to Hosler on the other side. Hosler looking inside for Buchanan. Nice grab by Buchanan. He puts up the shot. That's no good. Rebounded there by Max Sampson. Sampson up the court quickly. Gets it inside to Oslin. No good on the shot, and Honstrom, I believe it was Honstrom. No, it was not. It was Dallas Fix who got the rebound. But he was fouled on the play as well. And Fix will go to the line and shoot two. The first foul of the game going to go on Levi Degerstrom for the Jaguars. And Fix's first shot is up and good. That makes it 10-0 early here in this one. 2.5 minutes gone off the board. Checking into the game for Mora is Jonah Smart. And making both there is Fix. Makes it 11-0 early here in this one. Hosler on the far side. Gives to Visser. Visser now to Kreft. Kreft wants Hosler. Hosler trying to get around Smart. Hosler will take it inside. He has to lob that thing over Honstrom, and Honstrom will come down with the rebound. Yeah. Trying to go in on Honstrom is usually not the best option. He's, again, 6'8", and he's all of it, too. Sampson gives it out to Gage Brady, top of the key. Now he's standing top of the key, gives it off on the far side to Sampson. Sampson, Gage Brady now. Brady, top of the key once again, drifts to the far side. He'll hand it off to Sampson. Sampson comes to the top of the key. He stops, gives it back to Brady on the far side for three, wide open. Oh, and a rare miss, but Fix gets the rebound, up and in for two. So even when Brady misses, there's someone there to get the rebound and put it back up and in for two. And it's Trey Visser up the court with it. Visser to Kreft. Kreft wanted the step back three. Instead, he'll give it inside to Buchanan. Now back out to Visser. Visser, he'll hand it off to Kreft. Kreft wants to go inside, trying to force his way inside, being quite physical. The hook shot is up and no good, and Dallas Fix once again comes down with the rebound for Mora. Gives it off to Sampson up the court. Sampson gives to Brady, now back to Sampson. Sampson off to Smart on the far side, now to Brady. Brady back to Sampson on the near side, now inside to Honstrom. Honstrom underneath to Fix, and that's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Jaguars, and we'll get two more substitutions here for Mora. It'll be Jansen Sims along with Maddox Balmer. And before we can inbound the ball again, looks like we're going to get a timeout here. This timeout going to be called by the Jaguars, who trail 13-0 right now. Gage Brady was a key piece to that. He scored the first 9 points in this game for the Mora Mustangs, and since then they've just added on to the lead. They lead 13-0 in this one over Mora. Or excuse me, Hinckley-Finlayson. Mora leads over Hinckley-Finlayson. Mustangs are back out there, and Jaguars getting their final words from head coach Dan Kreft. They're back out there. 14 minutes exactly left in the first half. Jonas Smart looking, trying to find somebody inbound to. He gets it to Brady. Brady at the top of the key, now tries to drive inside. He goes, floats it up, and in. Rung around the rim a couple of times, but it makes its way through. And now it's 15-0 Mora. Trey Visser gives it off to Kreft. Kreft on the far side trying to spin around. And now going inside is Dagerstrom. That's no good. Rebounded there by Maddox Balmer, and he'll get it up the court quickly to Jonas Smart. Inside to Balmer, and traveled. Balmer traveled. So the ball will go back to the Jaguars. Maybe catching a little bit of a break there does Hinckley-Finlayson. Trey Visser with it. Visser trying to spin around Brady. Now gives it off to Kreft. Kreft will put up a three. That looks good. No, it's just off the mark. Race for the rebound, and Kreft comes up with it. Kreft with the rebound for Hinckley-Finlayson. Now inside to Buchanan. Buchanan's just going to turn around, put up a jumper. Oh, and the bounce is no good. Rebounded there by Jansen Sims for Mora. Quickly up the court goes Brady, now in the near side corner to Bolo. Now to Sims, now to Smart. On the far side for Brady. Brady fakes now. Dribbles inside, stops, gives it back to Smart. Smart over to Sims. Sims in the near side corner for three, no. He's going to instead give it off to Smart. This is poked away from Balmer, now to Smart at the top of the key. Now to Brady. Brady drives, gives it back to Sims. Sims thought about three, now he drives inside, stops on his drive, gives it to Brady on the far side. Brady in the far side corner will pass to Bolo. Bolo back to Brady. Brady will dribble, give it to Smart, now to Sims, now to Bolo. Bolo goes inside to Maddox. Balmer up and in for two. Nice passing there by the Mora Mustangs. Patient on that offensive series, and they make it 17-0. This ball is going to be stolen away here by Gage Brady. He'll put it up and in for two. Gage Brady with the steal and two to make it 19-0. And we're going to get another timeout here called by Hinckley-Finlayson. That'll be their second. 12:05 left here in the first half, and Jaguars trail 19-0. While they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Boys Basketball on Nice 95.5.
When something is important to you, you'll do anything to make sure it's protected. You want someone you know, someone you trust to help you take care of it. That's why you need to work with Pine Insurance Agency and Auto Owners Insurance. With over 50 years combined experience, let the experts at Pine Insurance Agency help you protect what's important. Whether it's your home, car, farm, insurance, or loved ones, call them today to set up a free, no-obligation quote. Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Pine Insurance Agency, located in a Northridge Center in Pine City.
Lopsided early on here in Mora. Hinckley-Finlayson still not on the board. Call their second timeout of the first half. They'll have three left. They trail 19-0 right now. It's the Gage Brady show. He has 13 points already here in this first half alone, and he hit 3 straight three-pointers to begin this game to give the Mustangs a 9-0 lead, and now with a 19-0 lead. Kreft goes to the top of the key to Visser. Visser wants to drive inside. Instead, he'll back out. Now drives inside again. Tries to get a floater up, and that's no good. Coming down with it was Jordan Masterson. He got the rebound once, but can't quite grab it that time. Masterson with the rebound, but it goes off of him out of bounds. Bolo with it. Now gives it off on the far side to Balmer. Balmer to Smart. Now to Bolo. Bolo gives it off to Sims. Sims makes one defender miss. He drives inside, tries to give it to Balmer. He does. Balmer up and in for 2. Just some nifty passing here by Mora. They have all control in this one. Visser on the far side, now to Lucas Kreft. Kreft pauses, looks for a screen from Buchanan, now drives inside. He'll put it up for the hook shot, and finally the Jaguars are on the board. Lucas Kreft finally ends the drought. 21 straight points by the Mustangs, and Jaguars get on the board with 11 minutes to go. Oslin now to Smart. Smart on the far side, gives it off to Bolo. Bolo, he pauses in the far side corner, now to Oslin. Oslin to Sims, now to Smart. Smart wanted to go inside to Balmer. Instead, he'll give it to the top of the key to Bolo. Now to Oslin. Oslin's going to drive inside, but he travels, and ball will go back over to Hinckley-Finlayson. Sampson, Hanstrom, Dallas Fix check into the game for Mora. 21-2, 10:44 to go. Trey Visser starts with it, gives it all the way across court. This is going to be stolen away, and it's Oslin up and in for 2. Stolen away by Dallas Fix, and it's 23-2. Kraft wants to go one way, and he finally gets it off there to Degerstrom. Now to Masterson. Masterson, he'll pass it off on the far side to Trey Visser. Visser in some trouble, gets it back to Kreft. Kreft now goes inside to Masterson. Masterson to Degerstrom. Degerstrom, he takes it in, gives it inside to Buchanan. Buchanan struggling to get anything going. This is tipped and taken away by Brady. Brady up the court, nice pass to Sampson, and this ball going to be stolen away. Nice job there by Buchanan to get that one, and Degerstrom tries the reverse layup, rebounded by Dallas Fix. Back the other way go the Mustangs. Oslin with it, gives it to Brady. Brady now off to Fix. Fix makes one defender miss. He drives inside the layup. Oh, a little bit too much on the layup. Rebounded by Hanstrom, and he gets the rebound, puts it back up and in for 2. It's 25-2. Kreft pauses, gives it across the court to Degerstrom. He pulls it down with one hand. In some trouble, gets through the trap. He stops, picks up the dribble, gives it to Kreft. I think he was forced to pick up the dribble there, had no choice. Now Kreft gets it out to Visser before the jump ball call. Visser will kind of reset things here. Pass to Degerstrom on the far side. Degerstrom bounce pass to Buchanan on the boundary line. Yeah, he had no choice but to throw it in, and Oslin is going to get the steal. Inside to Hanstrom, up and in for 2 on the assist from Sampson. Makes it 27-2. Jordan Masterson trying to go to Kreft. It was tipped, and now going inside, and Garrett Hanstrom will come away with the steal here. And now we get a whistle. Looks like we get a foul here on the Jaguars on Jordan Masterson. His first, team's second. Buchanan will check out of the game. Hosler checks in. Visser also out, and in for Visser will be Griffin Steele. Inbounded, and Dallas Fix takes it to the net, up and in for 2. Make it 29-2. Kreft now goes across on the far side to Degerstrom. Now to Kreft. Kreft to Steele. Steele on the near side, gives inside to Masterson, who has that one blocked by Fix. And now quickly down the court. And Oslin, that shot is no good. The rebound going to be taken away here by Degerstrom. Degerstrom will take it down the court, 29-2. This is going to be stolen away by Max Sampson, up and in for two. Jaguars just really struggling right now to find any room to breathe out there on the court, 31-2. And this is going to be stolen away once again by Sampson. Another steal for him. He pauses just inside the perimeter, tries to go inside, and then the air pass goes to Degerstrom. Degerstrom will get the steal. So Degerstrom with the steal, and now he gets the pass on the far side from Kreft. Now in the corner to Griffin Steele. Steele back to Kreft. Now on the far side for Degerstrom. Now to Steele. Steele fakes one way, gives it off to Hosler for three, and that's good. Ashton Hosler makes the three. Signs of a little bit of life here for Hinckley-Finlayson. Quickly the other way, though, go the Mustangs, and I mean, they waste no time. Oslin trying to drive inside on Kreft, has the ball roll away from him right to Dallas Fix, though, on the far side corner. Gage Brady takes it, trying to get around one defender. He pulls up. No good. Hanstrom, who else gets the rebound? And looks like there was a fight for the rebound, and Masterson got a little too much. His second, team's third. Ballmer checks into the game, as does Jansen Sims, along with Bolo and Jonas Smart for the Mustangs. This ball is inbounded to Sampson on the far side. Sampson driving, gives it back to Bolo. Bolo wanted the three, instead he drives inside. Now loses it, and the ball is down in the court. They fight for it. We're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Mustangs. John Buchanan checks into the game for Jordan Masterson. 6:39 to go, 31-5 the lead for Mora. Jonas Smart inbounds, tries to get it to Sampson, but Kreft gets the steal. Lucas Kreft now inside to Hosler, and Hosler keeps it alive. Gets it to Visser now at the top of the key for Kreft. Now to Visser, now to Hosler on the far side. Hosler trying to go inside, puts up a little floater, that's no good. Rebounded there by Jonas Smart. Sampson, top of the key, gives it off on the far side here, or near side to Sims. I don't know where that came from. It's Sims. Now to Bolo, back to Sims. Top of the key for Sampson, now across to Smart. Now to Sims. Floater inside, pass to Ballmer, in for two. Nice pass there from Jansen Sims to Ballmer. This ball inbounded to Hosler. Visser will get the pass back from Hosler. Now to Buchanan, now to Hosler. Hosler fakes the three, steps one way, puts up the three, and that is good. Ashton Hosler for three. Again, he's showing that they still have some life here. Bolo on the far side nearly has it poked out again, but keeps control of the ball. He has to pick up his dribble, and then it's stolen away by Hosler. Hosler gets a steal for Hinckley-Finlayson, and all of a sudden, Hinckley-Finlayson has shown that they have life. Pass to Hosler in the far side corner for three. That's in again! Ashton Hosler says, wait a minute. This was just a slow start for us. This ain't by no means a blowout. He's helped them get back, not necessarily on track quite yet, but certainly back into this one. Pass inside to Smart, now back out to Sampson. Sampson lets the defender jump. He drives inside, shot is up, no good, pretty physical on that one, but the rebound taken there by Griffin Steele. Now to up the court to Lucas Kreft. And are we going to get the first foul here on Mora? We will. First foul on Mora, that is Jonas Smart, who is the guilty Mustang. Jaguars will inbound. It's Griffin Steele. Steele gets it in to Trey Visser. Visser bounce pass to Hosler. Hosler on the far side trying to dribble. Now gives it across the court. Oh, Griffin Steele is who he wanted, but Hanstrom got the steal, and then Hanstrom also got the rebound, and he was fouled. The shot there from Jonas Smart was no good, but Honstrom right there ready for the rebound. Oh, they're going to count the basket? Yes, they do. So they count the basket, make it 35-11. So now Honstrom has a chance for a three-point play, and Levi Degerstrom with his second foul for the Jaguars, and team's fourth. Honstrom, again, a chance for a three-point play. He's good. Make it 36-11 with just under 4.5 to go. Hosler gets the inbound pass. He'll take it up court on the far side. Bounce pass to Visser. Visser drifts towards the near side, and then we get a kick ball. Jonas Smart got the kick ball, and Buchanan got the pass. But unfortunately, they'll stop it because of the kick ball from Smart. Griffin Steele getting set to inbound. He gets it to Visser. Visser on the near side elbow. Visser pauses, waiting, now trying to find somewhere to go. He stops, looking for Buchanan, gets it to Buchanan. Now off to Degerstrom on the far side corner to Steele. Griffin Steele all the way across court here to Degerstrom. Now to Visser. Visser going to be double teamed. Now gives it to Degerstrom. Now to Visser. Visser goes inside to Buchanan. Buchanan back out to Degerstrom. Now to Steele, back to Visser. Visser, pass back to Degerstrom. Degerstrom wants to go inside, but he's guarded by Honstrom, and this ball is going to be stolen away by Gage Brady. Brady with 2 steals and then passes it to Max Sampson, up and in for 2. 38-11. Pass on the far side for Hosler. Now inside to Buchanan. Buchanan puts up the shot. That's no good. And Gage Brady will get the rebound. Brady up the court. Working on steal. Gives it back to Max Sampson, who will cradle the ball for a moment and then dribble towards the far side. Looking for a screen now from Oslin. It's a fake screen. Now gives it to Brady. Brady on the near side elbow. Gets around the defender. Steele now off to Oslin. Oslin on the elbow on the other side. Gives it to Sampson. Sampson back to Brady. Far side 3. And that's no good. And rebound going to go out of bounds. Last touched here by the Jaguars. I think it was Buchanan who last got his hand on it. 38-11. 2:54 to go. Oslin will lob pass in to Honstrom. Honstrom back out to Dallas Fix. Fix trying to drive inside. Instead, he'll just toss it right back to Sampson at the top of the key. Sampson goes inside to Honstrom. Honstrom up and in for 2. I think Honstrom was expecting more of a defensive presence there because as he turned around, I think he was expecting a defender to be right there in his face, but that was not the case, and he still made the 2. Griffin Steele on the pass from Hosler is no good, and the rebound goes right to Gage Brady. Brady now off to Sampson. Sampson directing traffic, telling Oslin where he wants him to go. Sampson goes inside to Honstrom. Honstrom no good, but he was fouled, and he will go to the line and shoot 2 with 2:17 to go. Griffin Steele, his first foul, and the team's 5th, and Honstrom at the line to shoot 2. Shot no good. So Honstrom no good on the first free throw. Oh, and no good on both. And Buchanan winds up coming down with the rebound here for Hinckley-Finlayson, but it's stolen away by Max Sampson. That didn't last long. And now Honstrom's going to go for 3. That's no good. Dallas Fix comes down with the rebound. He puts it back up and in for 2. 42-11, under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Steele now to Degerstrom on the near side in the corner. Tries to go back all the way across court, but Honstrom is right there to get the steal. Now quickly up the court, and Oslin no good on the shot. Dallas Fix no good on the shot, but he gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and in for 2. Fix got both the rebounds there, and now makes it 44-11. Minute and a half to go. Hosler tries to go to Buchanan, stolen away by Fix. Dallas Fix to the basket, no good, and Buchanan going to come down with the rebound for Hinckley-Finlayson. Quickly up the court goes Trey Visser, and I don't know if he was tripped or he tripped on his own, but I think we're going to get a foul here on Mora. just some incidental contact, nothing harmful meant by it, but it is going to be a foul nonetheless on James Oslin. His first, only the team's second, though. With 1 minute, 18 seconds left here in the first half. And it looks like Hinckley-Finlayson will call their third timeout of the first half. That means they'll have 2 left once we get to the second half. Maybe they'll have even less. Maybe they'll decide to take another one. We'll find out, though. So again, the score here inside Mora High School. The Mustangs 44 over the visiting Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars 11. Mora trying to get their 21st win on the season because, of course, next week they end their regular season with 2 conference games, one at home against St. Cloud Cathedral, and then what is expected to be a battle not only for the conference, but also for second place in Section 6AA. That's when they'll go on the road next Friday to face off against Albany and the Huskies. Huskies right now, second place in Section 6AA. No one's going to catch Annandale in first place right now, but the battle for second will ensue next week. But, of course, they got to get around St. Cloud Cathedral. St. Cloud Cathedral is the only conference loss this year so far for the Mora Mustangs, and one of their section losses as well. So Mora will have to get around them first, but we got to finish up this game before we can even look forward to any of those. I know Mora isn't even close to thinking about next week. Neither is Hinckley-Finlayson. So we got some games to go. Kraft will inbound here to Trey Visser. Visser looks to the side to get a call from the coach. He doesn't get it, so he's just going to take it up past half court. The coaches were trying to figure out amongst themselves what they wanted to call. Just wanted to get something going here before half. Visser going to pull up from a long 3, just off the mark, and getting the rebound there is Bolo. And up for 2, no good. Getting the rebound is Degerstrom. Now for 3 on the far side for Kreft, and Kreft nails the 3, makes it 14-44. It's Gage Brady who has it, now pass it to Bolo. Bolo fakes the drive inside, pass it to Gage Brady. Looks like the Mustangs will just dribble out maybe the rest of the clock and get the last second shot. Brady pressured by Hosler here at the M logo, and instead gives it off to the Mustang text on the far side to Sims. Now back to Brady. 15 seconds to go, 14-44. The Mustangs with the lead over Hinckley-Finlayson. Goes to Gage Brady for wide open 3. That's good. Gage Brady can't really pass up an opportunity like that. With 2 seconds left, 1, and that 3 is no good by Trey Visser. And that will bring us to halftime here in Mora, with the Mustangs leading 47-14 over the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. When we come back, I'll recap the first half, a dominant first half by Mora. I'll give you the stat leaders for each side and also give you my keys to the second half for both of these teams. Of course, you're listening to this boys basketball game right here on KBEK 95.5 FM.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Feeling a little cold this winter? Call D&E Heating and Air Conditioning in Hinckley. D&E Heating and Cooling is a local Amana dealer with quality workmanship and superior service. Now scheduling into 2022, D&E is ready to assist you, keeping all your heating and air quality appliances working like they should this winter. Their technicians are dependable, knowledgeable, and will provide a professional work ethic. That's their promise to you. Make them your go-to guys for all your heating and air quality systems. Look us up, deheatingcooling.com.
Mortgage rates haven't been this low since 2017. Chad Greenway talking Franzen Bank Mortgages. Now is a great time to buy or build your first home, your dream home, or that cabin you've always wanted. Or maybe refinance and lower your monthly payment. The local mortgage experts at Franzen Bank will find an option that best fits your situation. Buying, building, or refinancing. Find a Franzen Bank mortgage expert today at franzenbank.com/getthere. Tell them Greenway sent you. Franzen Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The holidays are over and we're all dreaming about spring. But at Aquarius Home Services, we know Old Man Winter isn't done with us yet. Remember last year? We had snow in April. That's why at Aquarius, we're offering $65 off any furnace repair. With your safety and comfort as our top priority, we'll treat your home and time with respect. We'll provide options that make sense with upfront, no-surprise pricing. We're just a click away at AquariusHomeservices.com. Aquarius, earning the right to be recommended.
Since 1967, Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley, has been where to go for all your building projects. Let Gerald Schmidt help you with designing, remodeling, or any new construction. Schmidt Construction specializes in residential home building, agricultural, industrial, and commercial buildings. With expert advice on all of your building projects and ideas, when you hire a contractor to take care of your building needs, you can't do better than Schmidt Construction, general contractor in Hinckley. 320-384-7901.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
3 words: Sriracha Cheese Curds. Introducing the latest A&W family restaurant side with a kick. Sriracha cheese curds have arrived at A&W. We've spiced up our 100% Wisconsin white cheddar cheese curds with just the right amount of sriracha heat. You can enjoy Sriracha cheese curds with your favorite A&W combo or on their own. Make sure to cool off the heat with a frosty mug of original A&W root beer. Hurry in, Sriracha cheese curds are only available for a limited time at your local A&W family restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. The Mora Mustangs have the lead right now over the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, 47-14. Looking at the stat sheet right now for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars, they are led in scoring by Ashton Hosler with 9. He made 3 3-point shots there in that first half, and man, were they a thing of beauty. And then 5 from Lucas Kreft, who made a late 3 there in that first half as well. They had 4 first-half steals, which is, I think, a huge silver lining here for Hinckley-Finlayson, as, again, they're down by 30-plus points right now, so anything that you can look and hang on to for anything positive is good, because right now you just got to keep your heads up. You got to get some motivation from something and somewhere, and just got to find a silver lining out there. They did have 5 first-half fouls, so not a ton. Both of these teams play really clean ball. Neither of them get a lot of fouls, and they just play very clean. On the other side for the Mora Mustangs, leading the way was Gage Brady with 16 points. He had 4 first-half 3-point shots made, then 10 for Dallas Fix. Garrett Honstrom had 9, 6 for Maddox Balmer, 4 for Max Sampson, and 2 for James Oslin. They had a bunch of rebounds from Dallas Fix. I mean, he was the rebound machine. You would think maybe Honstrom just his height-wise, but yeah, Dallas Fix has been blowing it up on the rebound scale. Then they had 11 first-half steals there, and what a half it was for them. Again, 47-14. They scored 20-plus points before Hinckley-Finlayson even got on the board. So a good first half there for Mora, and they only had 2 first-half fouls there so far in the game for the Mustangs. But right now, again, at halftime between these two teams, and the Mora Mustangs having quite the night, and I think a lot of people may have expected that, but I think for Hinckley-Finlayson, they at least felt like they had much better of a chance coming into this game after a nice win last Friday over Proctor. Proctor, a very good team, and so, I think Hinckley-Finlayson might just be a little bit shocked at, sometimes you come in and you know what to expect with the team, but might just be a little bit shocked as to how good a team really is. And I'm not saying that's what the case is, because I think Hinckley-Finlayson well knew what they were getting into in this game with against Mora, but it's just sometimes this Mora team comes out, and last week they got off to a little bit of a slow start, but in that second half, it was kind of like this first half here. They really just exploded in the first half, and my goodness, 47 points in one half. I know in a game we called last night, we had 41 points in the second half, but 47. That is not the most I've seen, but it is quite a bit. So for Mora, keys to the game now, for Mora, I wouldn't change anything, honestly. You've got things working your way. It's been working all the first half. There were only, very, very few offensive possessions you had that didn't lead to points. And of some sort, whether it was a 3 or 2 from the free throw line, it didn't matter. There were very few that did not lead to points. So I'm looking at Hinckley-Finlayson here, or excuse me, Mora here in the second half, not to really change too much. I don't think they'll change much of anything here in this second half. I don't think you really need to, offensively or defensively. Defensively, if there was one thing, I would say maybe, make sure not to leave anybody open on the offensive side for Hinckley-Finlayson, because Hinckley-Finlayson has shown that even if they get just a little glimpse of an opening to shoot, they are going to shoot. And between Hosler or Kreff, they have made those difficult shots. So I think for Mora, maybe just want to tighten up on defense a little bit. Other than that, and you don't even really need to tighten up on defense, because the other team is going to score points. So yeah, that was just, if I had to pick something, it would be that. But you really don't need to tighten up on defense. I think this is about the best kind of half of basketball you can have. They played sound and fundamentally sound. They played really clean. As I mentioned, only 2 fouls, not too many turnovers in that first half. So, yeah, for Mora, I think you've got things going your way. No need to change it if it ain't broken. On the other side for Hinckley-Finlayson, it was a really slow start to the first half. That is really the big reason. You had a slow start to the first half. I don't think you had a bad half of basketball. You just got off to a slow start. And honestly, I think that's what it was. I don't think Hinckley-Finlayson played bad basketball. This Mora basketball team is one of the best in Section 6AA and one of the best in the state. And that's not for no reason. They are very good at what they do, and they have this team. It is a younger team when you look at it. There is only 4 seniors actually, now that I look at it. 4 seniors on the squad, but in the starting group, I think it's only 1 or 2 in the starting group. So to look at this team, they're a younger team, and they do have 4 seniors, but on their starting line, it's a young team, and this team is only going to get better as they go throughout the years, because they have the younger guys who are playing here in tonight's game or just in the starting lineup that are just going to get better the more they play and throughout the years that they stick with this program. So they can only I can only imagine how good they're going to be able to be. But for Hinckley-Finlayson, yeah, it's just really just a slow start. I think that's all it was for your team, just a slow start, because once they started to get things going, Mora's defense, stellar, but you found some open room, and I think for Hinckley-Finlayson's offense, you're going to have to start taking the uncomfortable shots. You're going to have to start to take the shots that you don't necessarily want to take. The shots that, may look like it's guarded well, or may look like you don't have a shot and you're going to have to shoot over a couple of defenders. But I think that's what they're going to have to do here in this second half, because, Mora is not going to make it easy. They haven't so far in this first half, and, well, I don't expect them to make it any easier just because it's the second half. But for Hinckley-Finlayson, I think you're just going to have to take a couple more uncomfortable shots and try and get them to fall. Because I don't see Mora allowing any more open shots. And quickly, here at Honstrom's going to get a takeaway for the Mustangs. It rolled through Hosler's hands, and Honstrom was right there waiting for it. Bolo with it now for the Mustangs on the near side. Guarded by Visser, now across to number 14. That's Seth Hatch. Seth Hatch in the game. Now back across to Seth Hatch for 3, and that's going to be no good. Buchanan gets the rebound here for Hinckley-Finlayson. No points for him in the first half, which was a surprise, but I think Mora was really keying in on him, making sure he didn't get anything inside or any shots on the perimeter, because Buchanan really can shoot from anywhere. He spins around, puts up a shot. That is going to be no good. And Honstrom will get the rebound. And, you know, when you haven't gotten any points in the first half and then come out in the second half, and sometimes you just need to get into a little bit of a rhythm and shoot the ball. And because of the first half, he didn't get many opportunities. He might just be a little bit cold from the shooting perspective. And this goes to, Hatch inside. It's no good, but who else but Honstrom is there for the rebound to put it back up and in for two. And this one just a little bit too high, a little bit too arcing of a shot from Buchanan. And it's rebounded by Honstrom. Now to Bolo. Bolo looking for Hatch. Hatch on the far side, fakes, drives inside, now pulls back. And he's going to lose it. He was bumped, and it looks like we're going to get a foul here on Mora. Yes, it is going to be on Mora, and it's, unfortunately, going to be on Seth Hatch. Hinckley-Finlayson quickly up the court with Trey Visser. It's to Buchanan. He wanted Visser, and now nearly had it stolen away by Bolo. And he's going to put up the shot over Honstrom. That's no good, and Honstrom will again come down with the rebound. Yeah, Buchanan, he's trying to get going, and again, he's just going to have to start taking more and more shots, because sooner than later he's going to get something to fall, and then he's going to find that groove and really start to get hot. Honstrom looking to pass. He finally does. Gets it to Sims. Jansen Sims now to Hatch. Now to Smart in the near side corner. Back to Hatch. Hatch going to drive inside. Tries to go inside to Honstrom. Honstrom waits and slams it home. Honstrom with the slam dunk. He waited for the defenders to get down from their jump and slammed it home. Now Jansen Sims gets the steal, and Honstrom going to be fouled by Kreft. Jansen Sims with the steal, and Kreft with the foul for Hinckley-Finlayson. Honstrom was waiting for that pass because he was going to go slam home another one. Unfortunately, he just couldn't grab the ball cleanly, and Kreft was right there to knock the ball away. Unfortunately, Kreft just got a little bit too much into him, and now Degerstrom's going to steal the ball here for Hinckley-Finlayson. And he goes up court, forces the foul from Mora, and Degerstrom will get a steal here for Hinckley-Finlayson. It's going to be the first foul on Jansen Sims. Team's second here, and Degerstrom now at the line to shoot two for Hinckley-Finlayson. Shot is up no good from Degerstrom on the first one. Second one is up and good. Levi Degerstrom gets one of two to fall, making it 51-15. Bolo goes up the court, stops on the near side, points to Hatch, then that's who he passes it to. Now back to Bolo. Bolo in the near side corner to Sims. Sims goes inside to Smart at the free throw line. Smart going to drive in a couple of steps, puts up the shot, no good. And the rebound by Buchanan. He passes it up the court quickly to Visser for three. That's no good. And getting the rebound is Jansen Sims. Looks like everyone else is going to let that go out, but Jansen Sims, he said, hey, I'm right here, why not? And then Visser quickly with a steal on the other side. Now to Degerstrom. Degerstrom will pull up from three. That's off the front of the rim, and he is going to get his own rebound. And now he slips but falls to the court, and that's going to be a travel. And the Mustangs will take back over. Sampson, Brady, Oslin, Balmer, and Fix check into the game for the Mustangs. They lead 51-15. Brady now across to Oslin on the far side. Back to Brady at the top of the key. Now to Sampson. Sampson to Fix to Brady. Now to Oslin. Oslin wanted to go inside. Instead of go to Sampson on the far side. Inside to Balmer. Balmer up and in for two. Beautiful passing by the Mustangs. They pass the ball so well. And sometimes they just lull you to sleep with how they pass. They will sit there and pass, and you'll just kind of get sick of it, and you'll just be running out of breath sooner than later, and then that's when they attack. Kreft with it now for Hinckley-Finlayson. He moves to the near side, back across to Degerstrom on the far side. He'll pass it back to Kreft. Kreft now off to Buchanan. Buchanan is going to be double-teamed, and he'll lob it now to Kreft. Kreft going to pull up from three. That's no good. And getting the rebound there was Sampson. Sampson takes it up the court, but before he gets too far, looks like we're going to get a foul here on Hinckley-Finlayson. It's going to be the first for Visser, the Jaguars' third here in the second half. Jordan Masterson will check into the game for John Buchanan. 53-15, Mustangs with the lead. And Brady gets the inbound from Sampson. Now over to Sampson on the far side. Sampson's going to drive, gives it back to Fix. Fix on the far side corner. Will dribble once, gives it off to Oslin. Oslin near side, now to top the key to Brady. Brady fakes, now to Oslin, to Sampson. Sampson inside to Balmer, and now to Oslin. Beautiful passing once again. 55-15. Again, the passing from the Mustangs just so good. Hosler on the far side, double teamed, has to get it over the defenders to Kreft. Now to Degerstrom. Degerstrom waits, gets the call from the coach, and kind of directing traffic out there. He tries to go inside, and Sampson read that one like a book with the steal. And that is, I believe it was Dallas Fix, who puts it up and in for two. Makes it 57-15. Kreft fakes the pass over top, gives it out to Degerstrom. Now to Hosler. Hosler to Kreft. Kreft to Visser. Visser near side, tries to go inside to Masterson, and it's Dallas Fix right there waiting for it. And Fix drives inside. Now to Sampson. Sampson inside to Balmer. Balmer spins around, puts up the shot, in for two. 59-15. And the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars will call a timeout here as they trail by 44 points. 12:07 to go here in the second half. Mora leads over Hinckley-Finlayson 59-15. And while they take a timeout, we'll take one as well to hear a word from our fine sponsors.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
Not quite out of the timeout yet, but back here on KBEK 95.5 FM. The site for tonight's game between the Mustangs and the Jaguars. Mustangs have the lead 59-15 on their home court, looking for their 21st win of the season. Jaguars will inbound. It's Trey Visser who will start with it for the Jaguars. He's on the far side, trying to get around the defender, Brady. He'll pass instead to Kreft. Kreft trying to work inside, gives it back to Visser. Visser, he'll drive inside. He stops, just throws it up over the defender. That's no good. Rebound up for grabs. Gets grabbed by Oslin. Oslin now takes it to the basket. That's no good, and it will go out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs. Visser up the court with it, now off to Kreft. Kreft trying to drive inside. He got the defense to fall back, but off to Hosler, hook shot, no good, and it's Hanstrom. Tried to get the rebound, and it just slipped out of his hands there. Kreft will inbound it for Hinckley-Finlayson, and he gets it into Visser. Brady was looking at that one. He wanted it. But it got to Visser just in time. Now off to Degerstrom. Back to Kreft. Kreft loses it, and he'll reclaim it. Gives it off now to Degerstrom. Kreft once again spins around, trying to work inside. And he looks now for Hosler. Hosler almost lost it to Degerstrom here on the near side elbow. 11 minutes to go. 59-15. Mora with the lead. Kreft going to pull up from long three. That's good. Lucas Kreft, an extra long three there, makes it 59-18. And again, Lucas Kreft, he made one of those in the first half. And I think for the Jaguars, you're going to have to start taking some of those some more of those here in the second half. Bolo trying to drive inside. He gives it to Fix. Fix going to work his way inside. Instead, he travels. Going to get him for a travel, and Jonas Smart, Jansen Sims, and Seth Hatch work themselves back into the game for Fix, Oslin, and Brady. Visser starts one way, then comes near side. Takes it up the court, now drifting to the far side, gives it off to Kreft. Kreft trying to drive inside. He has it poked out from behind, and Seth Hatch will be the recipient of that poke. And now Sims. Sims at the top of the key. Gives it off to Bolo. Bolo on the far side looking for a screen from Hanstrom. He takes it inside. Nice move. Now out to Sims on the near side corner. Sims going around the defenders just inside the perimeter. Now to Hanstrom. Hanstrom passes to Seth Hatch on the far side. Hatch works around the defenders. Wanted to go inside, but instead he pulls down the shot. Gives it to Hanstrom. Hanstrom back out to Bolo. Drive inside. Pass to Jonas Smart. 61-18 the score. Trey Visser wanted to hand it off to Hausler, but he's guarded well by Smart. Now instead will give it off to Kreft. Kreft going to go inside. Pass to Masterson, and Masterson's shot is floating. It's up no good. And a fight for the rebound, and Sims going to come down with it. Kind of used the defender on the court as a little bit of a leverage. Oh, and then Hanstrom got rejected by the basket. Luckily his teammates are there to get the rebound. Hanstrom was guarded pretty well, so he might not have got the lift on his jump that he wanted. Now inside goes Sims. Sims will put up the shot. That's no good. Sims going to get his own rebound. Oh, no good again, and Sims, 2 rebounds for himself on that play. He floats it over to Bolo. Wide open 3, no good. And coming down with the rebound for Hinckley-Finlayson is Trey Visser. Up the court goes Kreft. Kreft hands it off to Visser. Visser on the near side. He wants to drive inside. Pass it off to Masterson. Masterson got the 2, but before that shot occurred, we do get a foul. They do have running clock now after we reach the halfway point. That foul is going to go against Jansen Sims, his second, the team's third. So running clock now as we've reached past the halfway point, and it's over a 40-point game. Owen Kreft had that inbound blocked by Sampson, and Sampson got the steal. And then they get a foul on Kreft. Oh, no. That's his second, team's third here in the second half. Sampson across the court to Hatch. Hatch almost had it stolen away by Kreft. Instead, he'll get it to Smart. Smart now to Sampson. Sampson working around the perimeter. Gives it off to, that's Ballmer. Now to Sims. Sims back out to Smart. Smart to Hatch. Hatch gets around one defender, drives inside, up off the backboard, in for 2. Seth Hatch makes it 63-18. Trey Visser. Bounce pass to Degerstrom on the far side. Degerstrom holds it, now gives it to Masterson. Masterson, he's wide open if he wanted the 3. He'll take it. Masterson, it looks good, but it's just off the mark. And getting the rebound is Ballmer. His bench was telling him, hey, take it, take it, take it. And finally did. It was a beautiful shot, just off the mark. Smart gives it off to Sampson. Sampson on the near side is going to be fouled. And that foul going to go against Trey Visser, his second. Team's fourth here in the second half. Sims checks out. Gage Brady will check back in as we creep under 7 minutes to go here in the game. Brady will get the inbound from Sampson. Back to Sampson now on the near side. Looks for a screen from Smart. Seth Olson checks into the game for Hinckley-Finlayson. That shot is up and no good from Smart, and it's going to be rebounded here by Kreft. Kreft working on Sampson. Kreft gives it back across to Degerstrom. And we get a whistle. Looks like we're going to get a foul here on Mora. Their team's 5th, the second on Jonah Smart. Kreft inbounds to Degerstrom on the far side. Degerstrom bounce pass to Visser. Visser, same side. Looks. Trying to get past Brady, but Brady not fooled by any of the moves. He gives it off to Kreft. Kreft now to Masterson. Masterson top of the key, gives it to Degerstrom. Degerstrom near side, trying to get around the defender, and that is blocked from behind by Balmer. Maddox Balmer with the block from behind. It does go out of bounds, and it's off of the Mustangs, but I'm sure they're okay with that. The authority block. Get a couple substitutions. It's Oslin along with Fix. Bounce pass inbound to Degerstrom. Now Visser. Visser pauses. Wants to work it inside to Masterson, and Masterson gets that one swatted from behind, but it's going to be a foul, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's going to be the second foul on James Oslin. 63-18 the score. Mora with the lead. And again, the running clock here. Under 5 minutes to go. Jordan Masterson at the line to shoot 2, and the crowd erupts in the student section as Masterson shoots that one. It's no good. Going to get a couple of the younger players to check in now. It'll be Michael Mann along with Jack Lind and Mark Perry. Those are the young men in for Mora. Or the free throw is no good. Rebounded here by Sims. Sims will work it up the court. He gives it off now to number 13, forgive me. It's Mark Perry. Perry just pauses, and he'll bounce pass to Jack Lind. Lind across to Bolo. Bolo going to call out the offense under 4 minutes to go. 63-18. Now to Sims. Sims on the far side. Looks for a screen. Drives inside. Backs back out. Nearly had it stolen away by Visser. And he puts up the shot, and it's in. Jansen Sims for 2. 65-18. Get a couple substitutions here for Hinckley-Finlayson as well. It'll be Marcel Ritchie and Chase Clark checking into the game, along with number 42, Harrison Kreft. Well, getting their younger guys, the JV guys, in for some experience. And with it now trying to take it in, now gives it off to Marcel Ritchie. Back out to Seth Olson. Olson drives, gives it off to Masterson. Masterson across the court here to Harrison Kreft. He drives inside, gives it to Ritchie. Ritchie back out to Seth Olson for 3. Oh, no good. And getting the rebound, though, is Seth Olson. He puts it up, no good. And that ball's going to be rebounded. And on the fast break, the crowd getting nuts. And, oh, the shot there from Perry, no good. And Seth Olson going to get the rebound. And this crowd was going to erupt if Perry was able to score. He was not, and the foul goes on Bolo. Their team's 6th here in the second half. Under 3 minutes to go, creeping up on 2.5 in the game. It's Clark. Clark drives and gives it off now to Jerry Crone. Now back to Clark. Clark bounce pass to Olson. Olson trying to drive. Gets up, and that shot is no good. That ball is going to be swatted out of bounds. Last touch by the Jaguars. (65-18) is the score. Mora on top with 2:10 to go. Mark Perry gives it off to Hatch. Now back across to Sims. Sims looking to drive inside. He puts up the shot, no good. Olson with the rebound. Olson fakes a 3, drives in, spins around, puts up the shot, no good. Marcel Ritchie can't grab it, and Sims will come down with it for Mora. Under 2 minutes to go. Seth Hatch for 3, no good. And then this ball is going to be swatted out of bounds. Last touched by Hinckley-Finlayson. Seth Hatch had a wide open 3, and his bench was about to erupt if he had made that. Mustangs will get set to inbound. It's Michael Mann who will inbound to Seth Hatch. Hatch wanted Sims. Instead, he'll give it off to Perry. Mark Perry Trying to drive in on Ritchie. Driving in, almost lost the dribble. Now gives it off to Mann. Mann for two, no good. Seth Hatch gets the rebound up and in for two. I don't know how, but he got it. Seth Hatch. And now under a minute. Seth Olson now to number 5 for 3. That is no good. That was Chase Klar. Rebound still up for grabs. It's Jansen Sims who comes down with it for Mora. Seth Hatch, another chance at 3. This time is good. Seth Hatch makes it 70-18. And now 30 seconds to go. Seth Olson tries to drive. He'll give it back to Klar. Klar out to Ritchie for 3. That's good! Marcel Ritchie will answer with the 3. So Marcel Ritchie answers with a 3 of his own. Makes it 70-21, but that won't be enough, and looks like the Mustangs will just dribble out the rest of the ball. Jansen Sims has it, just dribbling out the rest of the clock. Two and one, and that will be it here in Mora. The final, Mora 70, Hinckley-Finlayson 21. We'll take commercial break. When we come back, I'll recap this game. I'll let you know the stat leaders for both sides. And then I'll also let you know what's coming up for both of these teams for the rest of their season to finish out the regular season and how the playoffs look standing right now, as well as the broadcast coming up for both KBK and WCMP. Of course, you are listening to this basketball game right here on Nice 95.5.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
When something is important to you, you'll do anything to make sure it's protected. You want someone you know, someone you trust to help you take care of it. That's why you need to work with Pine Insurance Agency and Auto Owners Insurance. With over 50 years combined experience, let the experts at Pine Insurance Agency help you protect what's important. Whether it's your home, car, farm, insurance, or loved ones, call them today to set up a free, no-obligation quote. Your local Auto Owners Insurance Agency is Pine Insurance Agency, located in a Northridge Center in Pine City.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Feeling a little cold this winter? Call D&E Heating and Air Conditioning in Hinckley. D&E Heating and Cooling is a local Amana dealer with quality workmanship and superior service. Now scheduling into 2022. D&E is ready to assist you, keeping all your heating and air quality appliances working like they should this winter. Their technicians are dependable, knowledgeable, and will provide a professional work ethic. That's their promise to you. Make them your go-to guys for all your heating and air quality systems. Look us up, deheatingcooling.com.
Mortgage rates haven't been this low since 2017. Chad Greenway talking Franzen Bank Mortgages. Now is a great time to buy or build your first home, your dream home, or that cabin you've always wanted. Or maybe refinance and lower your monthly payment. The local mortgage experts at Franzen Bank will find an option that best fits your situation. Buying, building, or refinancing. Find a Franzen Bank mortgage expert today at franzenbank.com/getthere. Tell them Greenway sent you. Franzen Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The holidays are over, and we're all dreaming about spring. But at Aquarius Home Services, we know Old Man Winter isn't done with us yet. Remember last year? We had snow in April. That's why at Aquarius, we're offering $65 off any furnace repair. With your safety and comfort as our top priority, we'll treat your home and time with respect. We'll provide options that make sense with upfront, no-surprise pricing. We're just a click away at AquariusHomeservices.com. Aquarius, earning the right to be recommended.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Ethan Game Day Gillen with you as the Mora Mustangs get the victory over the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars 70-21. The stat leaders for Hinckley-Finlayson in this game, they were led in scoring by Ashton Hosler with 9, Lucas Kreft with 8, 3 from Marcel Ritchie, and 1 from both Levi Degerstrom and Seth Olson. No points in the second half there for Ashton Hosler, 3 from Kreft. So unfortunately, Hinckley-Finlayson falls tonight back under 500 to the Mora Mustangs. But the Mora Mustangs, again, they are one of the best teams in the state for a reason, and they showed it here tonight against the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. And they had 7 total steals in this game, 4 in the first half, 3 in the second half for Hinckley-Finlayson. They had 9 total fouls. They cleaned it up a little bit, 5 in the first half and 4 in the second half. On the other side for the Mora Mustangs, man, it was good. They had four guys who scored in double digits, but leading the way for them was Gage Brady. He had 16. That all came in the first half. 13 for Garrett Honstrom. 9 of those came in the first half, and then 12 for Dallas Fix. 10 of those came in the first half, and then Maddox Balmer, he had 10 in the entire game, and 6 of them came in the first half. Then the rest of the scoring, Seth Hatch, he had 7, all in the second half. 4 for both Max Sampson and James Osland, then 2 for Jonah Smart and Jansen Sims. Rebound-wise, Honstrom and Sims led the way, then with 8, 7 for Dallas Fix. They had a total of 17 steals in the game, 11 in the first half, and then 6 here in the second half. It was Max Sampson who led the team in steals with 5, 4 for Honstrom, and 3 for Dallas Fix. 1 block for Maddox Balmer, Garrett Honstrom, and Dallas Fix. They had 2 first-half fouls and 6 in the second half for a total of 8. Again, both of these teams play a really clean game. Neither they both play aggressive, but neither draws or gets a ton of fouls on them. They just play so clean. They know how to play a very good, clean basketball game and still score. But unfortunately tonight, Hinckley-Finlayson just ran into a very tough defense in Mora, and the Mustangs also showed how good their offense can be, and they really showed why they are one of the better teams in the state, especially in this section of 6AA. Hinckley-Finlayson in Section 7AA, but it's still a very, very good matchup for Mora as they get the victory 70-21. Looking ahead here for both of these teams, the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars coming up next for them. As we look to their schedule, they again drop to 12-13 on the year, 1 game under 500, but they'll have a chance to end the season even at 13-13 as they will travel up to Barnum on Monday to wrap up their season. Barnum was in their old section of 5 single A, so Hinckley-Finlayson will have a chance to go up there and end the season at 500 at 13-13, but Barnum having a pretty good season themselves. They're 17-5, 7-0 in their section of 5 single A. So that should be a tough final game of the year for Hinckley-Finlayson, but a good one as well. To play a team like that who is going to probably make a push in their section towards the championship game. To play teams like this for Hinckley-Finlayson, a lot of people might consider, they're playing too tough of teams and they're just going to lose confidence. And I don't think that's the case. I think with a game like this against Mora, you learn a lot from Mora because Mora is such a good team. They're number 3 in their section, and I think it was number 15th in the state, which a lot of people would see that as low as myself. But for Hinckley-Finlayson, they can draw a lot from this game. They can learn a lot from this game and take this loss and grow from it moving forward and take this into the playoffs for themselves in Section 7AA. They're not going to be an easy out in Section 7AA either, will Hinckley-Finlayson. I think they're going to be one of the tougher teams to get out. Of course, like I mentioned, they're around that 10 to 12 mark, so they'll have to go on the road for their playoff game, and then it'll be neutral site after the first round. But again, I think Hinckley-Finlayson is going to be a tough out for any team who plays them, because Hinckley-Finlayson just plays so hard, so strong until that final buzzer, and they showed that here tonight. Even though it was very lopsided, they still fought hard to the very end. Mora will look to jump into second place. No one's going to overtake Annandale for first in Section 6 AA. They're just too far ahead. But Mora has 2 games left on their schedule, and that they both come up next week. Their first one on Tuesday at home against St. Cloud Cathedral, and that, if they win that game against St. Cloud Cathedral, that'll at least guarantee them a share, or excuse me, it won't. Now that I think about it, it's Albany still has 1 loss, as does Mora. St. Cloud Cathedral has 2 conference losses, so Mora has to win their last 2 in order to win outright. No one, if I'm looking at the conference standings right, no one is going to take the Granite Ridge Conference outright. It will be one of or the other. So if Mora wins on Tuesday against St. Cloud Cathedral at home, they'll go to Albany for not only a battle for the conference title, but also for a chance at second place. So if Mora wins on Tuesday at home against St. Cloud Cathedral, they will travel to Albany on Friday to wrap up the regular season, but also for a chance at the conference title crown, and as well as the Section 6 AA second place spot. So again, no one gets a bye in this section. It is all the first round. All of the first round will be at the high seeds, and then after that it's neutral site at St. John's University. So again, it's only 1 home game that you can possibly get, but for Mora, that would mean more than the world to them. Of course, no matter what, I believe they will get a home game. They're ranked in the top 3. I don't see them, even if they were to lose these last 2 games, I don't see them falling down to 7th or 8th place in the section. I think they'll stay above there, and I really don't see them falling that far anyways. I think the furthest they would fall would be 4th, maybe 5th, and that's a big maybe. But Mora, a big last couple games coming up for them here next week on Tuesday at home against St. Cloud Cathedral, then on Friday on the road to Albany for a chance at a second place spot in Section 6 AA playoffs and the Granite Ridge Conference title. So a lot on the line there for Mora. But the Mustangs do grab the victory tonight over the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars 70-21. Be sure to tune in to KBEK tomorrow, as we will have playoff hockey action for you tomorrow. It will be Cambridge Isani in their semifinal taking on St. Cloud Cathedral at 3 p.m. Andy Beckstrom will be on the call for that one. So be sure to tune in tomorrow to this very station at 3 p.m. for the Section 5A semifinal game in boys hockey between the Cambridge Isani Blue Jackets and the St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders. That should be a good one as well. The winner of that game will go on to take the winner of Little Falls and Monticello. And as much as I want to say I think Little Falls is going to be the one in the championship game, you can't count out Monticello. Monticello had a rough year to begin, but that second half of the season, man, did they really, really turn things around and look like the Monticello that everybody knows. So I think that'll be an interesting game there between Little Falls and Monticello and Cambridge Isani and St. Cloud Cathedral. Again, tune in tomorrow to 95.5 FM for that Cambridge Isani St. Cloud Cathedral boys playoff 5 Section 5 Single A game at 3 p.m. on this station. It'll be Andy Beckstrom on the call in that one. But again, in this game, the Mora Mustangs get the victory over the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars 70-21. Make sure to tune in to the KBEK Morning Show at 7:30 and 8:30 with Rock and Robin Riley for your local sports updates. And, of course, you can also tune in to WCMP on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron. If you miss those updates at 7:30 and 8:30, you can go to WCMP at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports updates. Just be sure to tune in, as we'll get you not only your local sports, but some regional sports as well. Once again, the Mustangs get the victory over the Jaguars 70-21. For KBEK, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through. And remember, your kindness could make their day. Have a great rest of your night and a great weekend. As well. Once again, the Mustangs get the victory over the Jaguars 70-21. For KBEK, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through. And remember, your kindness could make their day. Have a great rest of your night and a great weekend.